All right, I just finished a 6-day class here, 5.5 days we put in with the Gander Mountain Academy staff here in Lakeville, Minnesota. Just prior to that, I did a lot of talking about teaching concepts at the Firearms Expo that they hosted here at Gander Mountain Academy, which they hosted all their locations all around the country throughout the year. Prior to that, I did 5 days at the Blackwing Shooting Center of Combat Focused Shooting Instructor Development, and the Saturday before that started, we did one of our new reality-based training instructor courses for scenario development for people who teach concealed carry courses. So this has been an intense, just over 2 weeks of instructor development for me. It's the longest block of instructor development that I've done in quite a while. And if you follow my stuff, if you read my articles, you see what I post in social media, you know that instructor development is really my focus. It's really my passion lately. So for years and years and years, developing curriculum and programs and teaching end-user courses, and of course I'll teach 40, 50 end-user courses around the country and some in Europe this year. We're always writing articles, producing videos at Personal Defense Network and putting out that end-user information, but my passion is really to help others share that information now, whether it's through the Association of Defensive Shooting Instructors, through I.C.E. Training Company, through Personal Defense Network, or the Dynamic Focus Shooting Program, which of course is the branding that we put on the CFS program here through the Gander Mountain Academies. Getting that information out through other instructors is just as good as getting it out through me. I take instructor development very seriously. I take instructor certification very seriously. And we had 10 new candidates, as well as 4 returning CFS instructors, people who have already been certified in the Gander Mountain organization to teach this program, as well as the national manager for the academies. There are 6 locations around the country, and the special projects director, Nick Smith, who is also a CFS instructor, defensive firearms coach, and sort of the leader of the instructor team, handling everything they do inside the academies and all the mobile training teams and the liaison that they do with CFS instructors and other instructors around the country who support the stores in the Gander Mountain organization that don't have academies right within them.
My name is Nick Smith. I'm a strategic projects manager for Gander Mountain Academy. It's kind of a vague term, but I help out a lot with the instructors. I help out with day-to-day organizational things. I help our director, Chris Ulick, set up and run all 6 facilities. We just wrapped up a week of combat focused shooting, and Rob's been here since Friday, so 7 days, and we just got done going over the review. What do we just do? Debrief. And going forward, what we're looking at doing is incorporating more of the combat focused shooting system with the Academy. We feel it's a great partnership with Rob that we have. So we started using a lot of Rob's program about 2 or 3 years ago. We did the Dynamic Firearms Coach course. And we're actually trying to get some of our guys certified to coach that as well internally, so we can add more of our instructors to that pool of instruction team to provide these skills.
So it's an intense week. People have probably heard me talk about the CFS instructor development process before. We do not certify everybody that comes through. It's certainly not a pay-to-play. It's 5 days. This we went a little over because we had some extra things to do with this group of candidates because not all of them had actually experienced the CFS course. So when we got started, the first thing to do was to get them out on the range and actually let them experience some of the drills and go through the process. So they may have watched it from afar as other instructors who are certified in the program teach it in their buildings, but they hadn't actually done it themselves. So that was an important component of what we did this week. And then of course getting them into understanding the program, understanding how to share the program, and then ultimately having the opportunity to test for certification. So there were 2 tests that they took, a subjective teaching test where they actually go through teaching concepts and running drills, and then a written test of knowledge.
My name is Tom Gale. I'm an instructor at Gander Mountain Academy. I've been a firearms instructor for a number of years, both in law enforcement and since then at Gander Mountain Academy. I have a fairly strong academic background. I've had training in the Dynamic Handgun Coach course offered by Rob Pincus. And in addition, I had a number of other instructor courses and thought that I knew quite a bit about this program. And when I attended instructor training this week, I found that it was probably the most intense level of training that I've ever received. But it was also one of the most beneficial training classes because it gave me the opportunity to actually understand the concepts behind the combat focused shooting system and the insights of Rob Pincus in regards to why the system works and how he developed it and the science and concepts behind it. I guess selfishly, the value to myself as an instructor is this training that I've taken this week is going to make me a much better instructor, not only in teaching the concepts and the drills of this course, but also just in my general instruction instructor duties, because of the added skills that I've received and the training, and instructional methods. Where I see this course going with Gander Mountain Academy is helping us to integrate a very successful program and a very intuitive program into our training, so that we can benefit our customers by providing them a higher level of training and education in regards to the use of handguns in a defensive context.
And we have some pretty high standards. If people don't pass at the instructor development course, they have the opportunity to retest, to study, to work with instructors, team teach, do a lot of other things. If they do pass, then they have to team teach successfully with a senior instructor and get put on active status. Once they're on active status, they have the opportunity to teach the combat focus shooting program, advertise it. We put them on the combatfocusshooting.com website. And of course, here at Gander Mountain, that means they get to lead the 2-day dynamic focus shooting course, which is really exactly the same course. There's some slight modifications because of the way their ranges work here. They're not really substantially any different. The concepts are all the same. The techniques that are taught are all the same. But because it's an indoor range and because the facility has the advantage of the virtual ranges, there's some unique things that they can do here. The important thing to remember is that all of the DFS coaches are also CFS certified. So if you find out that they're teaching at a local range near you in supportive activities with a local Gander Mountain store, you can be assured it's exactly the same course that you're going to get from any of our active status instructors.
My name's Eric Barnier. I work at the Lacrosse Gander Mountain Academy, and I just got done with Combat Focus Shooting Instructor Development Course, and one of the biggest takeaways that I had with the course was the aspect of efficiency, requiring less time, effort, and energy to accomplish the same task. One thing else I related to in my life is going through the Special Forces Assessment and Selection course. It was chaotic, it was surprising. We weren't supposed to know what was going to happen the next hour or the next day or the next week. This course was definitely my selection and assessment mental aspect. It integrates with what we're doing at Gander Mountain Academy. We're trying to set up the customer, the person that's coming in off the street, wanting to learn about defensive shooting, or maybe they don't even know at that point that they want to know about defensive shooting. We're taking them and we're giving them the best knowledge and tools to succeed in that type of environment.
I'm really proud of the relationship I have with Gander Mountain Academy. All of the CFS instructors are excited about it. I know that the Gander Mountain Academy guys are starting also to liaise a lot more with our CFS community, so you'll probably see them talking about what they're teaching online, sharing some of their information.
Chris Julich, the Gander Mountain Academy director. This week we had a great time with Rob instructing a number of our instructors from around the country who have all come into the Lakeville, Minnesota location to help out with our great expo we had on Saturday here, but also to take the CFS ID or DFS ID class. So we had about 20 folks here throughout the course of the week. We had both the mentors who have already been certified as CFS, DFS ID instructors, but also new candidates. And they went through a series of, about 5 days of modules in the class and on range to understand the concepts and the methodology of the program. And it's intense. And, I think we chose a great group of guys to take part in it from the standpoint of they were very engaged, and it was a very diverse group as well. We had females, males, we had folks that had a lot of formal instruction in firearms, a lot, and then those who didn't have as much formal instruction in firearms training. And I think everybody across the board over the course of the week really learned a lot and accomplished a lot. Ultimately, I think this is extremely important for the Gander Mountain Academy because it broadens our curriculum base. It is a fantastic methodology that everybody can embrace and teach so that they can become more effective shooters themselves, but also so that they can pass on the efficiency models that are part of the CFS, DFS ID course.
And don't forget that Personal Defense Network has now also teamed up with Gander Mountain Academy, and we're offering an opportunity to get involved with their online learning opportunities with video, with articles. You can go into any Gander Mountain store across the country and buy in on their opportunity for online training. As a bonus, you'll get 6 months for free access to the Personal Defense Network. Normally that's $35 alone for a year with us at the premium site to get beyond just the free information. The Gander Mountain Academy is selling it, I think, for about $25. So head in there, talk to people at the retail gun counter. If you have an academy near you, certainly take advantage of the opportunity to get in there and train with them. The Personal Defense Network's tour starts up in about 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks. Late March, we're going to kick that tour off. This year I'm starting in Florida and driving all the way up to Alaska. So we are going to have the longest tour of any year so far. We've got a lot of other great instructors. Look for more information coming out about that over the next few weeks, and look for more information from Gander Mountain Academy and Personal Defense Network, of course, throughout the entire year.